a Big Spark Studios original.
What if we just ordered them and they showed up? What would happen? Like,
tell Jake to.
Yeah, get some French fries. Are we ready?
We need French fries.
Are we going?
We're rolling.
Oh, good. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Unhinged with Chris Klemens, the podcast that I am sensing right this moment is going to be a fucking hot mess. But, like, when is it not? Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to Unhinged with Chris Klemens wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as watch the video portions on youtube.com/Chris. And I realize every time I say portions, I mean episodes. I'm not like throwing clips up. That ship has fucking sailed. It is, wow, my eyesight is terrible. October 13th. And oh my God, it's almost Halloween. We have a Halloween special planned next episode. Guys, don't miss it. People are like, it's not out. I won't. So a quick update with the meds. I am now on a cute little combo of Wellbutrin and Lexapro. Mwah. I truly feel healed. Like Mother Teresa herself put a thumb on my forehead and a thumb up my ass. Who knows where I was going with that. But yeah, that's that. Last week, oh my God, there's a venue in LA called the Hollywood Bowl. And I've never been to it before. But last week I was there twice. How exciting. I went back to my very first concert since the pandemic. Like, I know I went to like Gov Ball, but I was with my friend and she was working. So that didn't really feel like a concert, but this was like an actual concert. I saw The Neighborhood and I saw Dave Chappelle. I know that that was like the worst timing that I could have went and saw him. A friend had an extra ticket and it was like a screening of a documentary that he's been working on through COVID. And like, listen, I'm not justifying literally any of it because it's so transphobic. Not like, but his comments in his like new special or whatever. But oh my God, I got so re-inspired, like just like as a comedian. I was just like, oh wow. I just feel like I got a lot out of it, which was really great. Oh my God. And then after the screening, he brought out Stevie Wonder, literally Stevie Wonder, and then brought out, he's like, the only guy I call when I come back to LA is Snoop Dogg. Welcome Snoop Dogg to the stage. I literally was waiting for Oprah to rise out with dry ice and be like, you all are getting cars. But no, Snoop Dogg came out, sang 3 songs, and then during one of them, he was like, please give it up for my girl Lizzo, who came out. And then Lizzo didn't have a microphone, did not say a word. She was only just twerking to the song. It was the most iconic thing ever. I was like, holy shit. And then I feel like there was something else I was missing in there, but it's gone. So there goes that. So that was fun. And then most recently I saw The Neighborhood and oh my God, that was such a good concert. Like, well, I mean, I think it was just because like it was a concert, but also it was such a good fucking concert. And I went with some friends, got a lot of drunk. Oh my God, I rode a bird scooter. That is a life hack. If you ever go, no, I didn't ride it drunk. Maybe I did. I don't know. So around the Hollywood Bowl is like in the most horrid location. Like it's right off the highway. It causes so much traffic. So in my Uber there to the Neighborhood concert, it was going to take another 14 minutes. Like we got off the highway. It was going to take another 14 minutes just to go like 2 blocks. And so I was like, sir, I look over and there's a bird and I was like, I'll get out here. And I took a bird scooter and birded all the way to the entrance so fast and like $2. Incredible. If you go to the Hollywood Bowl, birds. Well, I should not say this because now there goes my fucking tip.
Giving away the tips.
I know. I'm giving away the fucking tips and for free. This isn't even a Patreon moment.
Did you write it on the street though? Or like were you on the sidewalk being one of those people?
I was both. But like I was only on the sidewalk. No, that's not true. Well, I learned this tip when we went to Dave Chappelle. We got dinner before. And then we were like, okay, fuck, this Uber is stuck in traffic. And we ate dinner pretty close to like the venue. And so we birded there and it was like 2 of us on a scooter. And it was so funny. You would never think I have depression after this intro. Go me. Like, literally, holy shit. Wellbutrin, Lexapro. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Before we go on with the rest of the episode, I want to thank a sponsor of this episode, which is Surfshark VPN. And if you do not know, Surfshark VPN is a VPN service that basically allows you to place your phone or computer or tablet anywhere in the world and lets you surf the internet as if you were in that country or place. And it also wildly protects your data. Now, Surfshark has over 3,200 servers in 65 countries, and say you're on holiday, you can change your virtual location back to your home country so that you don't miss out on any of your home comforts. Let me tell you, I did that with The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Anyway, I need to stop admitting that guilty pleasure. The same works when you use Netflix here in America, say. You can access UK's Netflix, France's Netflix. Just start listing every country's Netflix. But like, it's clutch because there's shows that are available there that aren't available here. You feel? And like I said, Surfshark VPN protects your data. Say when you're on public Wi-Fi, it will encrypt your online data and helps you secure your personal information. And who doesn't want their personal information safe? Me for one. Thank you, Surfshark, for keeping me safe. Surfshark does not monitor, track, or store what you do online. That means no connection or activity logs. It is strictly there to protect your data and put you in a different place than you want to be. And God, doesn't that just sound beautiful right now? Now, if you want to get Surfshark VPN for yourself, be sure to go to the link in the description of this episode and use code Klemens for 83% off plus 3 extra months for free. Now, of course, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is no risk to try it out. And I say this every time, but literally the best part about it is that you can have an unlimited amount of devices under one account. And, So yeah, thank you so much, Surfshark VPN, for sponsoring another episode of this podcast, and back to the show. All right, before we get into the episode, something I'd like to do is shout out things that we can come together and help or raise awareness for or fill in the blank for that third spot. I don't know why I always do that. I like list 2 things, then never have a third. But I really love the idea of Amazon wish lists that teachers create, and especially with Halloween coming up, I remember my teachers always having, like, the holidays, they always decorated their classrooms and all of this, but I never realized that came out of their own pocket. And so I have 3 teachers' Amazon wish lists down in the description of each episode, both on the streaming platforms and on the YouTube video. There are links that you can go and buy items for teachers who, quite honestly, are underpaid as it is, and then they have to fucking provide everything. This could be a rant of its own. Like, this could literally just fucking segue right into the rant. But I just think, like, being on the other side of, like, school now, of, like, being an adult and looking back on it, teachers are so underthinked and they're often hated, and, like, I just have such a soft spot because, oh my God, they're like, I could fucking never. I mean, we already see how thin my patience is just sitting on a couch talking about myself. Jesus. Anyways, so yeah, there are 3 Amazon wish lists in the description of this episode. Highly recommend. Just do what you can. Honestly, sometimes there's just a stapler. It's like $3 and it means so much more than you think. So I appreciate it if you take part and buy some items. And let's get into the Hotbox. Ba-boom. If you don't know, the Hotbox is where you guys can call in to 310-844-6459. Got the number memorized. It's like in the back of my eyelids. You can call in. You can ask me anything. You can ask about things last episode, or you can ask for my opinion of stuff or advice. I don't fucking know. Or you can just talk to me or tell me something exciting. It's literally, I just want to hear from y'all. So what are we in for?
It can be anything. Yeah.
Did I give a prompt? Oh yeah, I go on my Instagram and the Unhinged with Chris Klemens Instagram and often ask for prompts. Do we have one today?
I think it was another Ask Me Anything, but it could be Halloween.
Halloween theme was welcome. So next episode, I will say we're doing Halloween themed secrets and I guess semi voicemails, because next week we're just throwing the entire structure out the window and we have guests, we have activity. I am so excited. Like, I just wish this was the Halloween special. Oh, okay. I love Halloween.
Well, you'll get a little taste of Halloween here. If it plays.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Oh.
Bye.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
I was wondering, what is a old popular Halloween costume that you wish would make a comeback? Like when we were younger, obviously there was more popular costumes that are now not used as much. Like I don't know how many times I went as an M&M, but that's personal issues.
Me as Harry Potter.
What's an older popular Halloween costume from childhood that you wish would make a comeback? All right, thanks. You're awesome. Bye.
Bye. Thanks. Bye. Wow, that was. I'm always ready to answer the questions. I have no idea what popular costume I wish would make a comeback because I feel like for the most part, if there's a popular costume, it kind of stays as a main costume. I remember a Gumby costume. I don't know if that's still a thing, but like that always struck me as impressive. I would say that my 4th grade Hillary Duff Halloween costume I would root for, but you guys will hear about that next week. What costume? Like I don't know. I feel like they're all pretty. Do you guys have any? I can't think.
A hard one.
That is a hard. Thanks for giving it to me. You're like, wow, that is a hard question.
I wanted to know what you would say.
Yeah, like Gumby, I guess. I don't know why
That's a good
or see, every costume I'm gonna say is like still. Like I was gonna say like Harry Potter, then I was gonna say like Buzz Lightyear. Like now there's like slutty Buzz Lightyear, so maybe like Buzz Lightyear classic. There's my answer. Teletubbies. Do people still do that? If they don't, that's my answer. Teletubbies. God, I couldn't have picked a creepier fucking. I like low-key fucked with the Teletubbies. No. Okay, Chris. What I was gonna say is like I fucked with like I was like obsessed with Teletubbies, but now it just sounds like I fucked Teletubbies. Wow. The good thing is this is all being recorded. Yeah, my hands would be in my head. My head would be in my hands too. No, I love Teletubbies, but I was never allowed to have like the stuffed animal because they were so creepy. My parents were like, no. So my great aunt got me them and was like, don't tell them. And I was like, what do you mean don't tell them? I mean, it's a fucking Teletubby plushie. Oh my God.
Which one was it?
I got the yellow and
Lala.
I don't remember the second one. Maybe red? Poe? Dipsy?
Oh.
I don't know.
Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky?
What are their names?
Tiddly Winky or something. Wow, this episode is already just so unhinged. What's number 2?
Hi, Chris. Love
Hi.
you. Just a question. So I have a dog. His name is Neo, and he looks a lot like Booger. And people are terrified of him. However, he literally will never hurt anything. And it pisses me off. And I just want to know, like, if you've ever come across the problem where people, like, prejudge your dog when you're walking them and, like, say shit under their breath. Like, oh, my God. Like, that he's so scary. Like, put him back in the crate. Like, shit like that. What do you do? Because it is exhausting and I'm tired of this shit. And I just want to know, like, do I clap back or do I, like, be the grown boss ass bitch I am and just continue walking? Okay, thank you, bye.
Yeah, I've talked about this before on the podcast. It was actually a rant when someone was on. I think we had a guest for that episode. But I wouldn't trust my memory literally at all. Yeah, I've definitely experienced it. I went to the vet this morning. I swear to God, I live at the fucking vet. But yeah, there was some old lady, or no, I went to the vet last week as well. Last week there was a lady with her dog, and I walk in with Booger, who is shaking because she is so scared of the vet. Like, I had to airlift her out of the car. And this woman is like, what kind of dog is that? And I was like, a pit. And she goes, what? Because she was like 900 years old. And I was like, a pit mix. She's like, ooh, those dogs. And I was like, those dogs are what? And she goes, intense. I was like, your 4-pound cock-a-dick is like way more fucking annoying and way more vicious. I don't want to fucking hear it. Oh my God, oh my God, her dog. Then literally when the vets came out to get her dog, almost bit the fucking vet tech's hand. Booger would never. So I think honestly, just as much as you want to beat the shit out of it, the person, I mean, I wasn't about to have elder abuse in my vet, but I would just like take the higher road, like keep on walking. And if someone's like overly aggressive, then have your dog bite their throat out. Next, I'm just kidding. I'm guys. I mean, obviously I'm fucking kidding, right? I guess people listening are like, I guess so. Okay. Anyways, next caller.
Hi, Chris.
How's it going?
How many people are in
both
this?
really stoned right now.
Yeah, I could tell.
We were reminiscing over the time in 2016 where we actually met you at the Tumblr headquarters.
Oh.
The event with Ben J. Pierce.
Yes.
We do have a picture of it. If you want to see that.
If you do, check out my Instagram. Don't do that. No. Please actually don't look at my Instagram. Don't look at me. Anyways, it's almost Halloween, so we're going to ask a Halloween question.
Come on. This sounds like me on this podcast episode right now.
What age is too old to go trick-or-treating? Because, like, we're 21, and, like, are we too old?
Right, like, people go to parties usually. And
are you
get
nodding
drunk
yes?
And, like,
fuck
can we just get drunk and go trick-or-treating? Like,
I say
I
yes.
want free candy.
I say yes.
I think... What's your advice, Chris?
No, I'm trying to give it. You guys keep mumbling and talking.
You.
Yep, thank
That's
you.
all. Peace out.
Oh my God. I want to join that little blunt rotation. I don't think so, but there is some contention.
I was not the one nodding no, by the way. For listeners to know this,
Sam is clearing her name. Stat.
I think you can trick or treat all the way up to 21, because then when you're 21, you can drink and just go to parties.
I think you can trick or treat. Like, I'm 27, almost 8, and I'm almost tempted to go trick or treating.
But isn't that taking candy away from those poor children?
I don't give a fuck. Anyway, I'm not going to say the rest of my. I mean, listen, I would say go to a party because usually if they're a good host, they'll have Halloween candy there, so you can get drunk and eat candy. That's my final answer. I say there's no age. Like, just wear a fucking sheet mask or like a sheet. Do some self-care, self-love. No, wear like a sheet ghost outfit and just say you're an overgrown like 8th grader.
Do people even trick or treat anymore though? I've never got any trick or treaters to come to
my
house.
In my last house, I bought like $60 worth of candy because I was like, I'm fucking ready. Because like it was like the first house that I lived in, so like. It was in an apartment complex where I knew people weren't trick-or-treating. So I was like, oh, shit, I got to get prepared. Like 3 hours before sunset, I was like, oh, my God, got to get candy. Not a single motherfucker showed up. And I was stuck with the largest bowl of candy ever. I bought like a mask to put over my face. And like, I'm still hurt about that one. It happens, guys. Yeah, I don't feel like people trick-or-treat anymore, especially after COVID. I just feel like that. That's so sad. Like, that is... Anyways, I could just really show my millennial age and be like, oh, that was such a highlight of my childhood. Jesus Christ. Next caller?
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Love the podcast.
Thank you.
So I want to know, like, what minor inconveniences are your 13th reason? So, like, for example, mine is, like, when I'm walking and my sock is, like, falling in my shoe and I can't fix it. And I just have to walk with, like, half of a sock on my foot. That's my 13th reason, but it's really just, like, a really minor inconvenience. So what's yours? Thanks. Love you.
Thank you. Love you. I'm like, writhing with anger. Because this morning, I thought of, like, oh, my... Like, I always, when people ask, like, what is your this? I can never pick just one. And so when people ask, like, what's your pet peeve or, like, in this case, your ordinary 13th reason, I thought of one earlier and I was like, that's going to be your thing. And then I cannot remember it for, like, the life of me. Literally, like, an hour ago. I'm so pissed off. I would say, like, my 13th is when people aren't, like, self-aware, maybe. Like, just, like, in... What is my 13th reason? This podcast.
That's what I thought you were.
No, what did you say?
Nothing?
What did you say?
Well, you said it just happened an hour ago, so I was like, is it going to the vet? Is it recording this podcast?
Maybe it was going to the vet, but I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why I'm picking right now to pick a zit. Oh, that's another. My 13th reason is the zits on my forehead right now. Like, what the fuck is going on with that? It's actually a lot better than it was. There was one point where I was like, do I just cut the whole thing off and pull it up? I don't know. I have eyebrows like all the way up here. Yeah, like slow walkers. I should start a list on my phone so I have like ammo for this question because I feel like I've got a lot of hot takes. Yeah, just like self-unawareness, slow walkers, the sock thing for sure. When you've got a hole in your sock and your whole big toe pops out, ooh, that is my 13th reason. So there's that answer. We're having fun.
I have one more for you.
Okay, hit me.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
My question is, I'll tie Halloween into it. This is like a real life question, kind of, but I'll tie Halloween into it because this is a real life question I've been asking myself. So basically, I'm in the last year of my biochemistry degree, and everybody's fucking doing terrible, and it's really, really hard, and most of us failed all the exams, like literally, not kidding.
No, yeah, you're talking about
and I'm really trying to focus on school, but Halloween is my favorite holiday, so do I, even though it's close to exams, do I just say fuck it and celebrate Halloween? Or do I really try to like just be top-notch student? You know, I'm always in this like pickle. I don't know the real word for it, but like I just don't know. Like I want to have fun and enjoy life while I'm young, but also getting a STEM degree is equivalent to like surrendering all your mental health to the demons of like education. Anyways, mwah. Love you.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, by the way, it's Sophia.
Hi, Sophia. Thank you, Sophia. Bye, Sophia. I say just fucking go out. Like, pick one night that you're gonna go out, dress up, have a plan, make it like Scholars Night Out, and just like get your work done this week. Or when's Halloween? Like 3 weeks from now. Like, get your work done. Like, get as much shit done now, and then just like stop at like 4 p.m. on Halloween, and then fucking cancel the next day, or like have flashcards, or I don't even. Oh, the photography major giving a what? STEM researcher, or like a STEM major?
Yeah.
Like a biochemistry major? I don't even.
Her
major didn't even compute clearly. I'm like, what is that?
It was some STEM major. Actually, I had to edit her voicemail down. It was longer, but she was studying something cannabis related.
Oh, obsessed.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Show me your findings. I would love to know. What did I answer the question?
Yeah.
I just totally blacked out. I'm thinking about how I didn't successfully pop the zit on my forehead while I was listening to that voice. Yeah, I just surrendered. You know, I'm authentic and real. Sue me. Oh, God, please don't sue me. The last thing I could ever possibly think of dealing with is a lawsuit. That sounds terrible. That was the last one?
Yeah.
Great. Let's move on to a nice, gorgeous rant, because I have a few, actually, and these might be my most unhinged rants because they're very niche, I'll say. Anyways, how we do it on Unhinged is we have a timer behind me that is set to 4 minutes and 20 seconds for obvious reasons. And that is just to kind of, it's never followed. Like, I just constantly go over it. I don't know why we have it at this point, but it just feels like something interactive on this set that isn't me. So, do we not know where the remote is?
Sounds like Justin lost it.
I'm looking for the remote.
Honestly, let's just say fuck it today. This will be like an experiment. I mean, it's so dark in here, it's not going to happen. It's okay. Guys, I mean, like, really, you would think like a person is missing right now. Guys, sit. All right, for the rant today, I've got a few things. The first one, why the fuck are pumpkins so expensive? Are you kidding me? I was having a depressive spiral last week before I did the Lexapro Wellbutrin. And by the way, I have a psychiatrist for that. I'm not just like, I mean, my body is pretty much a chemistry set, but I don't fuck with like that kind of shit on my own. But so I was having just like a sad day, and I was like, let's dig out of this. Like, there's still time. Oh my God, the conversations I have with myself. So I was like, let's decorate for Halloween. You love Halloween. Like, you're sad that, like, I don't know, like feeling alone and then having like a social holiday like Halloween come up is like, and also love Halloween is like kind of stressing me out. Anyways, I was like, let's get pumpkins. So I go to Trader Joe's because I was getting groceries. And then they had these little branches that had these mini pumpkins on them. Oh my God, it was so much serotonin even just thinking about them. And then I saw that they had these like unique, like those white pumpkins that are like flat. They just had like these really unique, almost ugly pumpkins. And I was like, oh shit, okay. So I got 6 pumpkins at Trader Joe's. And then I was like, well, this isn't gonna be enough So I go to I wanted to do something on my front steps, and like I didn't know if I wanted to do something inside too. Like I didn't know what my vision was. I was just like literally grasping at straws just to like make it through the day. So I go to Whole Foods afterwards. I go to Ralph's. They had nothing. They had a rotted pumpkin with like mold inside. I picked it up and it fell open, and I was like, horrifying. So I call Whole Foods. I'm like, do you have mini pumpkins? And they were like, yes, we do. So I go to Whole Foods and they have, oh my God, Whole Foods, I will say, mwah. They had tiny orange pumpkins, tiny white pumpkins, medium-sized white pumpkins with orange stripes. They had like something called a fairy tale pumpkin. It was the most I like thought it was like plastic. It looked so fucking gorgeous. I was like, GMOs for the win. Seriously. Oh my God, it was the most fuckable pumpkin ever. I got like a bunch more big pumpkins, and then I got small. I spent like probably $150 on pumpkins just to sit on my front steps. And dare I say, I think I need more because it looks so pathetically small. So that's that rant. Wow, my stomach is having a rant. I just don't get it. It grows in the fucking ground. Like one of the pumpkins was like $10 for one.
How big was it?
Like basketball size? I don't even think is a basketball $10? Maybe. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next rant. This is a multi-faceted rant. Spiders. Did I send you this? Okay, so I sometimes write in my notes like things that I can keep in mind for future episodes. So I was like, oh, let me look through my rants when we were planning this episode, and I had this audio message.
Did you send this to someone, to Jake? Or?
No,
this is just for you.
I think I just like recorded it in the notes app. Maybe I sent it to you. I don't know. Right. But oh God.
Also spiders. What the fuck? Did you tell me that they just they say they're on a pole, and then they're like, okay, I want to be on that fence. They walk over while a string is coming out of their asshole. And then they build an annoying fucking thing I walk through every morning with my dog. I mean, it is like sure fucking fire. It's insane, and I'm fucking over it, quite frankly, because I can't tell what's hair and what's spider web. And make sure we bring this up.
Okay, listen, that was never intended to be played beyond my iPhone. So... yes, you asked me when I played it, what were you on? Literally, guys, I only smoke weed, okay? I don't do anything else. This was like a 1 a.m. Like, wait, hold on. Can I see when
You sound like you're coming off of like anesthesia.
No. I sound like I opened my casket 6 feet under and was like, I'm getting out of here. Hold on. I need to find what time I recorded. Oh, it doesn't say, does it? Ugh, I can guarantee you it was at like 1 a.m. And I'm like in bed and I'm like, spiders. So there's a cul-de-sac nearby, and every morning and like I take Booger on the route to go potty, which is what I'm like, let's go potty. And there are trees. So like the like sidewalk there's like grass, sidewalk, and then like people's yards. So we're obviously walking on the sidewalk, and there's like telephone poles, light poles, mailboxes, and then people's fences. So, I mean, I get so fucking heated about this. When you walk through a spider web, but for me, it happens the whole circle of the cul-de-sac. So I walk through like 6 fucking spider webs, and then I'll like the rest of my day, I'll like feel shit. And I'm like, is that my hair? Is that a spider web? And then of course you can never fucking grab it or see it. And then I just don't understand literally what I said. Like if a spider's here and it wants to be here to shoot a fucking web or to make a web, does that mean it's walking from here to here with just web in its ass? Or I don't know the fucking anatomy of a spider. That's deranged. That's insane. There has got to be some kind of method for this to avoid this. I mean, there is. I just like hold her leash out like up here, and so like the leash will hit the strings before I do. That, I mean, to me, I just look deranged when I walk my dog because I'm like holding her leash up there.
But then do they fall on her?
I don't know. She clearly doesn't have an opinion about the spider webs. Like, oh my God, are you kidding me? She would eat the spider. She'd be like, fuck yeah, a treat. And then the vet. I don't want to talk about the vet today. My thing is, like with Booger, she went in to get her flu vaccine, like the second dose. And they bring her out and the tech vet is like, so side effects are like barfing, diarrhea, body swelling, face swelling. So keep a lookout for that. But like, have a good day. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. I got in my driveway. What the fuck? Like, yes. And then I made a TikTok about this. Everyone was like, those are simple side effects. Yes, I'm fucking aware that they're side effects of a vaccine. That's what she said. And then what? Like, look out for it. Okay, so my dog is the Goodyear blimp. Then what? Like, do I give her a Benadryl, an edible? Do I drive her? Do I call an ambulance? No idea. So that... The vet just... I have beef with the vet. I respect vets, kind of. Most vets, I'll say I respect. They just know how to fucking milk me dry. God. Ugh. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Did anyone relate? Probably not. Oh, actually, no, this felt like a pretty relatable one. Pumpkins, and I just realized I have to do more talking. I was wishing there was more voicemails or something. Hold up. You've been scrolling to... Just kidding. I want to thank the sponsor of today's episode, which is Freeze Pipes. Does smoking cannabis hurt you? Well, not anymore. Thanks to Freeze Pipes. Now, Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, bongs, and more. And their secret is freezable glycerin chambers that cool the smoke down by over 300 degrees. If you have seen me go live on any platform while smoking, you know that I cough like a motherfucker. And I literally hate feet, but I would kiss Freeze Pipe's feet. The secret is freezable glycerin chambers that cool the smoke by over 300 degrees. And when the smoke passes through these frozen chambers, it is instantly cooled for a smoother and bigger hit. If you saw me last night, that would have proved this theory correct. Now, glycerin is a fatty gel commonly found in food and sweeteners, and it freezes quicker than water and stays frozen longer. And that was honestly my first concern. I was like, well, won't it just melt really fast? It doesn't. Oh my God. I can't speak highly enough about this. It's exactly like putting ice in your bong, but you don't have to put ice in your bong and then it melts and then your bong fills with water and then sometimes overflows. Anyways, past trauma. Working through it. So if you want to upgrade your cannabis game, go to thefreezepipe.com and use code Klemens for 10% off. Again, that is thefreezepipe.com. I cannot recommend more. It is incredible. All right, now back to the show. So we squeezed this podcast recording in just before I leave for Vegas tomorrow for Emo Nite. If you guys remember, I talked about Emo Nite in a previous episode, but it is finally here. They're doing a 3-day long festival in Vegas, and I was thinking about, oh my God. Okay, so I've been to a few Emo Nights here in LA before the pandemic, and I've been to Vegas before the pandemic not many times, but enough. And I realized, wow, I have such insane stories from both. I wonder what's going to happen in Vegas. But I realized, why don't I tell some of these stories? Oh my God. Every time I tell a story, it just ends with me in hot water. But okay, so if you don't know, Emo Nite is... I don't know why I did this because I never know how to explain things. Which, okay, I don't think any of us know how to explain things because we got roasted for the movie. Oh. The movie plot lines. Everyone was like, does anybody know the fucking movies? Turns out, no. So Emo Nite is a night where different DJs, people... Oh my God, I am so bad at describing this. It's basically a giant party where they rent out venues and they have different sets of people coming up and playing their favorite emo songs, or sometimes they'll have celebrity DJs and shit like that, or sometimes they'll have bands, I think. I don't want to put words in their mouth. But it's really so fucking fun, and it's all the music I listened to in high school and middle school. So the thing is, a lot of celebrities come and they just hang out, and they're on the stage and they're just there to have a good time. So one time I'm like sitting in the green room, and they're like, someone, like I hear like commotion, and I'm like, what is going on? So my friend walks through the door. I was like, what is going on? She's like, oh, Demi Lovato just got here. I was like, oh, dope. So I'm like, this was like pre like Froyo Demi, like pre extraterrestrial Demi, like pre pandemic Demi. So I was like, oh my God, like I want to sing like Camp Rock with them. And I didn't, but I walked past their dressing room and I like looked in, no extraterrestrials, but I think they were taking like shots, and I was like, oh my God, like to take shots with Demi Lovato. I guess there's not much of a story there. I just wanted to brag that I saw Demi Lovato in person. It's like iconic. Are you kidding? And now they're like hunting aliens. I have to watch that show on Edibles. Oh my God, it looks insane. But the next one is definitely more of a story. And it's actually like so relevant right now because one of these people is so popping in everywhere and also like low-key concerned about. Mr. I Am Weed, Machine Gun Kelly and Young Thug went, which is like the Machine Gun Kelly makes sense. Young Thug at Emo Nite is like a fever dream in just a sentence alone, let alone standing next to him. So the way it worked, I know like one of the people who founded Emo Nite, so I always like go in like VIP, which means I like go in the green room and then I like get to hang out on the stage and watch. And so I'm on the stage, like just like dancing. I'm usually like very intoxicated during this. It's just like fun. And so I'm on stage and I'm pretty sure Aaron is like, Chris, like Young Thug is behind you. Which when you're on stage and even I was like, what? She's like, Chris. And then so she texted me like Young Thug is. So I look and I'm like, oh wow, yeah, he is. And then I see Machine Gun Kelly come up. And so I'm standing next to Young Thug and Machine Gun Kelly during a Blink-182 song. Young Thug, actually, you know what? I think there's a tweet that I have screenshotted on my phone that explains this way better than I will ever. Okay. So Blink-182, and there's pictures. I had Aaron. I was like, Aaron, get the event photographer to just like take a picture. Because I was like not about to ask for a selfie, but I was like, I want to see what this looks like from like a third party. So what happened was, is there March 4th, 2019? No. May 4th, 2019. Okay, I don't know what number pertains to each month. Okay, May 4th, 2019. Young Thug just asked me what song played at Emo Nite, and I couldn't remember the name of the song, so I said one of the lyrics. But then he Googled what I said. I was never meant to be here is one of the tweets. So yeah, he asked what song is this, and it was like, you know when a song has a line that you just think like has to be the name of it, so you say it, and also you're drunk? Like, that's exactly what happened. So the song was by Blink-182, and I said it was called Carry Me Home because I panicked and also blackout. And while he was Googling it, I asked Erin what the actual name was, and she told me all the small things. So he handed me, parentheses, Young Thug, handed me his phone to type it into Google. Like I was literally some little Caucasian assistant, obsessed. But yeah, I tell him that, and then I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. He'll like check it out later when I'm nowhere near, like we'll never see each other again. I look out of my peripherals, and he's Googling Carry Me Home, Blink-182, and I'm like, oh my fucking God. And of course it doesn't come up as the song title. So he's like, what? I'm like, oh my God. It was so embarrassing. Like, this is why I can't do. And then he pulled out a blunt, and I was like, well, you definitely can't ask for that. You've lost blunt privileges. But oh my God, imagine smoking a blunt with Young Thug. Terrifying.
I like that you were confident enough to just say the name.
I will like forever remember, I mean, knock on wood, remember the feeling of like the pit in my stomach. Like I took a gulp and it never came back. Like, oh my God, it was terrifying. He was like, what? And I was like, it was like what I was talking about earlier, where like when people put me on the spot, I like totally, it's why I sucked at test taking. Like I just don't remember. Like my brain is like, we have no info. And then, oh, I have a Vegas, and now we're getting into the Vegas chapter. So yeah, we're just going to pretend like that never happened. in Vegas, the first time I ever went was for my best friend's birthday, 21st birthday. And it was during the weekend of VidCon. And so I was at VidCon with like a friend, and I left early to go back to LA to then fly to Vegas with my friend who was in California. And so we get to Vegas, and I don't know if the next night. So I landed, let's say Saturday night. Sunday night, we had a table at Calvin Harris at one of like the clubs or whatever. This whole thing is like a fever. This was during my like plaid flannel. Like I had like one of those like coven hats. So mortifying. I have pictures of this too, so make sure to get these from me. So we're just having a good time. I am quite literally so tired. Like could not be more tired. Like VidCon is the most draining, like soul-sucking event. Not like just that one, but all of those kinds of things are like really overwhelming and just draining. So Vegas is also overwhelming and draining. And so we're at Calvin Harris, and I cannot keep my eyes open. And so there's a picture of me standing in the club, drink in hand, asleep. I'm like, I've got this big ass fucking hat on that makes me look like a farmer / like part-time witch. I have like a green and black flannel. I've got like my skinny jeans and my black Clarks. I like remember this so fucking vividly, even though I was literally asleep. And then it got to the point where security kept flashing a flashlight on me every time I fell asleep, because they were like, if you're going to fall asleep, you have to leave. And it's like my friend and her parents were there. Oh my God, I forgot about this. And so like, I'm trying not to seem like an absolute dipshit. And I'm like, no, I got it. So then what I started doing was sitting there with my eyes closed, but just rocking my head, drink in hand. It's like the most me thing, honestly. I was going to say it's so mortifying, but like, it is just the way I roll. And then I guess I woke up and then snuck up to the stage. Or maybe that was like a dream I was having while I was asleep at the concert. Who knows? And then finally I see gambling, which I'm very excited. Ugh, I hate that I gamble. But roulette, I learned how to play roulette like the last time I was in Vegas, I think. And this is, I guess, where the story starts. I learned roulette, and I learned very quickly I feel of like how to do decent at roulette, which is kind of funny. I'm saying that now when you hear the end of this story. So one night my friends go to bed, and I'm like, no. I'm really like on a roll. I'm really like, I'm doing this. Am I allowed to talk about gambling? What is...
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
I didn't know if the legal team was like, no gambling. I love that I just shit on the legal team every time. So yeah, I learned pretty quickly, and my friends were going to bed. They're like, we're really tired. And I was like, I can't get enough of this. I can't get enough of it. Oh my God, gambling is so scary. So I am up $1,000, and I am acting like I am a goddamn Rockefeller. I mean, I am rich. I'm getting the penthouse. I'm buying the strip. I was like, let's double this. I was like, let's do it. It's like 3 a.m. I'm like, you get free drinks when you get, it's like a fucked up situation. So 5 minutes later, lost all of it. So fast. Like, guys, so fast. And then I went to bed at like 4:30 in the morning, drunk and just awake and so depressed. Oh. It is so depressing losing that much money. So
are you gonna win it back?
I'm going back to avenge. No, I like have optimism that I'm really gonna like do something. I don't know what. And a rant could have been the fucking slot machines. I don't understand how slot machines work. Like, how do people is there a rhyme or reason, or you just hit the button? Do people know? Slot machines? Do you just press the button and it's whatever the machine wants to do?
I feel like it looks like the inside of like the Keebler elf tree, and they're all just like working.
He thinks people live inside the
all right,
slot machine.
so someone actually sounds higher than I do for once, which is a relief and a half, that's for sure. Anyways, yeah, that's my gambling story. I really want to understand slots. If someone knows, please let me know how that... Chris, this is something you can Google. Anyway, oh my God. Every time that this owl flies in, I love that there's no noise. It's okay. We're here with some secrets. We're at the point of the show where I reveal your guys' secrets. This episode is like sponsored by fucking crack, I feel. I have been all over the place. You guys can submit your secrets that you've never admitted to anyone ever. And they're anonymous. We're not like trying to like fuck you up. But the link, I'm really having trouble talking today, and it's quite brutal when you're recording a podcast that requires talking. Anyways, this is the owl that brings us your secrets that you guys can submit anonymously on another fucking paragraph, you guys. We're going to have a talk after this. You guys can submit your secrets. There's a link to a form in the description. Yeah. Chris, just let's get through this. Jesus God. Okay, we're going to start with the largest one first. Hi. Okay, and I just see the last line is, don't regret it. The sex was great. Love. I think we asked to make these Halloween themed because we won't be doing them next week. Hi, Chris. Love you. Love the podcast. So Halloween 4 years ago, I was going to a party at my friend's apartment. I had made my own costume in a bit of a rush, and the dress was so tight that when I pulled it down over my hips, my underwear would come down with it. So I had no choice but to go commando. Right, that is definitely the only choice. At the party, I started hooking up with this guy, and we fucked on the stairs leading up to the upstairs apartment. That is the hottest take ever. We didn't use a condom, and I let him... can I say this? Come inside of me? That might have to... The C word might have to get bleeped. When we got back downstairs, someone was in the bathroom, so I grabbed my coat, got out of there, and jumped on my... Yep. Everything that I was fearing is happening, and I jumped on my bike. I had to try and cycle home in this tight dress, C word dripping down my leg.
Use a replacement word.
I mean, I don't want to read this again. I don't care with any... That... Talk about trick or treat. Wow. That... Is this episode sponsored by BetterHelp? Fucking hope so.
Wait, so she rode her bike home?
She rode her bike home, dripping, drizzling, rain on me, tsunamiing. Disgusting. Absolutely horrific. That is a Halloween horror. This one Halloween, I was supposed to meet up with my two best friends in my old neighborhood and this boy I really liked who was particularly in our friend group. Oh, I was literally just thinking, Chris, your reading has improved. Nope. All right. This one Halloween, I was supposed to meet up with my two best friends in my old neighborhood, and this boy I really liked, who was partially in our friend group, acted like my friend on AIM, but not in person. Obsessed with the reference. I wore the sexiest cat costume that my mom would let me wear. I was 11, and he never showed up for trick-or-treating with us, so I egged that motherfucker's house. Parentheses, I'm a lesbian now. Oh my God, I love that. All just for not showing up. Got egged. Did you get caught for getting egged? Let me know. Or don't, because then you just gave away who you are. I got in trouble for breaking into an abandoned psych ward for Halloween pics, and the cops found us, and we almost got arrested. P.S. If you ever need a random guest, I have spicy psych ward stories as a patient, and I'm open to talking about them. Love you, icon. Did no one watch American Horror Story Asylum? Why the fuck would you walk around an abandoned psych ward? That is... I'm like I've seen too many movies to do that shit. No fucking way. No way. No way. All right, next up. I switched out the water for alcohol, so everyone was drunk at my parents' house, including my parents. It was a great time, and the parents were wondering why there was no water, and I was like, the store didn't have any. Was I drunk reading that?
This sounds fake.
This sounds fake. I don't understand this. Like the water in the plumbing? Also, like, wouldn't people taste that they're not drinking water? I don't understand. Yeah, Is this going to be a new thing where we call BS? Ooh, I like this. I'm calling BS. I don't get it. I don't get it. You would taste if you were drinking vodka. Like that. It's not like it's I'm trying to think of a liquor that's like easy to drink. It's not like Kahlua maybe, where it's like, oh, maybe the coffee's bitter. It's fucking vodka. Like I put like this much vodka with like this much fucking chaser, and I can still taste vodka.
Maybe they switched it after people were already no, that wouldn't make sense.
I'm calling BS. No offense. Now, last one. I'm flying through these. Go off, Chris. Haunted houses never scare me, but I went through one at my college, and my ex-boyfriend, who lives 12 states away, was sitting outside the exit. Terrifying shit. Wait, what? How does that even happen? Was he like working there? Or was he like there to get you back? Like, did your friends organize this? First, I thought you said it was like your boyfriend. And I was like, that's so cute. And I was like, oh wait, they said ex-boyfriend. What a mediocre note to end on. Thank you guys so much for watching this podcast episode. And stay tuned. No. Subscribe to Subscribe to Unhinged wherever you listen to podcasts. Watch the episodes on youtube.com/Chris because you will not want to miss the Halloween special. I need to stop hyping it up because I think I might be making it too exciting. Make sure to leave a review and rate this. Please do not discuss my ability at reading in those reviews because I saw some of you fucking do that. Didn't appreciate it. Yeah, that's right. I check them. I'm in. I'm out. Chris is out. That's a wrap. Oh my God. Guys, did I take speed before this?
I feel similarly. Is it the hustle?
Maybe it's the hustle. I feel amazing. I barely strung 2 words together in a row. Oh, fuck. I just spilled matcha everywhere.
Oh, someone give him the paper towel.
Help me!
Help him!
Help me! The murderer's escaping! Help! Anybody on TikTok? Anyways, thanks for watching. Is this still recording?
Yeah.
Going on
No, welcome to the magic. This is what you see is literally what you get. At least it didn't get on my pants.